Okay, here's the information that I told you about the research on the split brain patients. Done by a man called Roger Sperry, who won the Nobel Prize for it in 1981. And what he did was he removed the corpus callosum. Now, the corpus callosum, as you probably know, is the bit that connects the two halves of our brain. And these patients had epileptic fits, and it was found that if you remove the corpus callosum, you don't affect them in any other way, pretty much, and it stops the fits. So that was quite a popular operation at one point in the history. And what they found was that the two halves of the brain appeared to act completely independently. They even found some guy whose one side of his brain was Republican, the other side was Democratic. Anyway, and what they did find was that the right brain, which controls the left side of the body, it's important to remember that, the right brain controls the left side of the body. It is important for visual motor skills, that is movement and seeing things and so on. The left brain, however, is the one which is important for language and speech. And the right brain doesn't have that. The left brain only can have language and speech. So here's the experiment. A fellow called Bob was set in front of a screen that had two images on it. And there's a screen in between his vision so that only his left eye could see the right part of the screen, and the right part of the brain could see the left part of the screen. And so what he saw was then, just to remind you, the right brain is the left, which corresponds to the left side, had visual motor skills, and the left brain, that is the right side, and marked in blue, controls language and speech. And there's the right brain was presented with a snow scene, and the left brain was presented with a chicken leg. And Bob was asked to look at these things, and then the screen was removed, but the original screen was blanked out, and Bob was now asked to point to a picture relating to the one he saw. Both his eyes were open, and he could look at all the pictures on the little screen in front of him right there on the desk. And he was asked to point to a picture related to the one he saw. And the right brain, that is the left hand, pointed to a shovel, because that makes sense, at least, because that was the part of the brain that saw the snow scene. The left brain, however, pointed to the chicken. Again, a completely normal choice, because that's the side of the brain that saw the chicken leg. And then Bob was asked, "Why are you pointing to the shovel?" And this required him to answer a direct question. Now, the problem is that the right brain had seen only the shovel. The left brain had seen only the chicken leg. The left brain, however, is the one that has speech. So it was the one that had to reply to the verbal question, "Why are you pointing to the shovel?" And the most extraordinary thing happened is Bob said, well, obviously the shovel is used to clean out the chicken shed, because all that side had seen, of course, was the chicken leg. Amazingly creative, and that's the way our mind works. In other words, making up things to explain what it is that's just happened. That's part of what consciousness does.